Holy moly, moly, moly.
So, in our first ever vlog, we will learn Nature's Numbers by Ian Stewart. So, you might wonder, who is Ian Stewart? Ian Stewart is an emeritus professor of mathematics at Warwick University and a fellow of the Royal Society. He has written over 80 books and has won 3 gold medals for his work on a public understanding of science. His new book, 17 Equations That Changed the World, was published by Profile.
According to Ian Stewart himself in Chapter 1, The Natural Order, we live in a universe of patterns. Have you noticed the intricate trains of waves march across the ocean, which is very similar from the sand of dunes march across the desert? Have you ever wondered why tigers and zebras are covered in pattern of stripes, while hyenas are covered in pattern of spots? Mathematics organizes and systematizes our ideas about patterns. We have discovered a great secret. Nature's patterns are not just there to be admired. They are vital clues to the rules that govern natural processes. 400 years ago, the German astronomer Johannes Kepler wrote a small book, The Six-Cornered Snowflake, as a New Year's gift to his sponsor. In it, he argued that snowflakes must be made by packing tiny identical units together. This was long before the theory that matter is made of atoms had become generally accepted. Kepler performed no experiments. He just thought very hard about various bits and pieces of common knowledge. His main evidence was the six-fold symmetry of snowflakes, which is a natural consequence of regular packing. If you place a large amount of identical coins on a table and try to pack them as closely as possible, then you get a honeycomb arrangement, in which every coin except those at the edges is surrounded by 6 others, arranged in a perfect hexagon.
Mathematics is your nature, as Sherlock Holmes is to evidence. When presented with a cigar pot, the great fictional detective could deduce the age, profession, and financial state of its owner. His partner, Dr. Watson, who was not as sensitive to such matters, could only look on in a baffled admiration, until the master revealed his chain of impeccable logic. When presented with the evidence of hexagonal snowflakes, mathematicians can deduce the atomic geometry of ice crystals. If you are a Watson, it's just baffling, a trick. Humanity became explicitly aware of the 2 types of pattern now known as fractals and chaos. Fractals are geometric shapes that repeat their structure on ever finer scales. Chaos is a kind of apparent randomness whose origins are entirely deterministic.
Many patterns and occurrences exist in nature, in our world and in our life. Mathematics helps make sense of these patterns and occurrences. Stewart writes in a marvelously clear style, but more importantly, he is interesting. He sees the world in an interesting way, in a mathematical way, and manages to convey the wonder and strangeness and powerful insights which seeing the world in terms of patterns and shapes, numbers, and maths gives you. He wants to help us see the world as a mathematician sees it, full of clues, information, which can lead us to the deeper and deeper appreciation of the patterns and harmonies all around us.